Man, this quarantine is so boring. I never realized how much I appreciated the outdoors until now. Hey, what are you playing?
Operation EGGO?
What the flip is Operation EGGO?
You seriously don't know what Operation EGGO is?
Nah, I'm joking. Of course I know Operation EGGO. Hi, I'm Ryan, business analyst for Operation EGGO.
And I'm Apollo, software developer for Operation EGGO.
And I'm Ivan, manager for Operation EGGO.
Ivan?
It's sad that we couldn't meet up in the park today like we planned.
Yeah, but times like these truly show the importance of being able to experience the outdoors from your own home. Want to join my world on Operation EGGO?
Be on in 5.
It's great that Operation EGGO was able to bridge the gap between us and the outdoors in the midst of this global pandemic. But our product was founded on much more than that. Our product started out as an idea to solve a problem that we saw as bigger than ourselves. Our constantly changing environment. We see all the time on the news that our environment is on a constant decline, that we need to switch to renewable energy soon to prevent irreversible damage to the world around us. But what does that actually mean? Me and my two partners, Apollo and Ivan, got to doing some research about what all the fuss was about. And it was during this that we realized that we know much less about the ecosystem around us than we would like to. So we decided to delve deeper into this problem to see if we were the only ones that felt like the education system has failed us on our knowledge of the world around us. So we conducted some surveys where we asked people of all ages, are you satisfied with the amount that the schooling system is teaching about ecosystems? And as you can see, we are not the only ones. 58.5% of people said they are not satisfied with the amount that the schooling systems are teaching about ecosystems. So what are schooling systems doing about this? Well, they're taking kids on field trips to learn more about the environment. But the problem that arises there is that not everyone has money for it. And you shouldn't not let a kid learn about the world around them just because of their financial status. But of course, we couldn't just say that without doing our research. So we asked people of all ages, how do you feel about the price of school field trips? Where clearly most people feel that the price of school field trips is too expensive. So with the high price of school field trips, our lack of knowledge in general on the world around us, what could we do to get kids more interested in the environment? And this is where our product was born. Introducing Operation EGGO, the environmental graphical game of organisms. So you might be asking yourself, what does that mean? Operation EGGO is a simulated environment where kids are able to walk around and interact with the world around them and learn more about it. So it's designed like a game so that kids find fun in playing it, but they're also finding fun in learning since they're getting information from the organisms they interact with. You'll notice that I said kids, because originally children were our primary demographic. But later we'll talk about how that soon changed as we learned that our game could be used for many more purposes. So what was our initial goal of Operation EGGO? We wanted to provide a way to learn and have fun at the same time, and that was pretty much it. And like I said, over the course of NGT, our product changed a lot, but here are some of our original design plans. We wanted a fully designed and realistic ecosystem map, a user interface control system, and customizable settings. So, how exactly did this change? Well, thanks to the help of our wonderful mentors, we were able to hone in on certain parts of our product in order to meet the deadline, and plus make some benefits and scope out on stuff we didn't realize beforehand.
Hey Ivan, meet this new animal I just found.
When do I get a turn?
Well, my little brother's playing after me. After they introduce it at his school, it's been a hit with the kids.
What about after him?
Well, my mom's after him. She's an environmentalist and she wants to learn about all the new plants and animals she can.
After her?
My dad's a firefighter, so he wants to use Operation EGGO to help him learn about the outdoors.
Is there anyone in this house who doesn't want to play Operation EGGO?
Well, that's the beauty about Operation EGGO. It's made for everyone. How have we changed over the course of NQT? Well, our purpose has slightly shifted. Instead of going for a strictly school-centric approach, we're going for a general education system. Because EGGO is versatile, it can be used for environmentalist and casual purposes as well. Field trips cost schools a lot of time and money to hold, but they only get to have about 2 in a year. EGGO is more efficient because it costs less and requires very little time investment. They get more environmental education for their time and money. Environmentalists go out of their way to raise awareness about environmental issues. And since we're a product that deals with environmental education, we want to support these organizations. Technical aspects have also had to change. Due to our limited experience with Unity, we've had to move the story mode and the achievement system out of scope for this project. And what do our demographics look like? Well, our main demographic will still be youth because of the educational nature of our game. The parents and teachers will buy our product for their students or children. Our other users will be environmentalists and casual gamers because there are more functions that make the game appealing for them. How are we going to market our game? Well, schools are the largest institution for educating youth in our nation, so it makes sense to contract our product to them for schools to use. Also, all demographics use social media, so it'll get the most people if we advertise on it. And lastly, cartoons are a mainstay in households, so children frequent cartoons. So if we advertise on youth-centric channels, then we are likely to get a lot of audience. And what separates our product from the market? Well, our product is unique. There are no other products in this exact same market as our game, so it makes it stand out from the other games in the VR market. VR is also a relatively new technological field, so there are a lot of people looking for new things to come out of it. And with our unique product, there will be a lot of people wanting to check it out. Environmental issues have been prevalent in our society for years, so our product educates about it, so there are a lot of people want to use our product to educate themselves about a big social issue. And what are our user stories? Our first user story is a teacher. They want an engaging and educational game for their students to learn about plants, animals, and ecosystems. They need it to be educational to teach their class, but they don't want the students to get bored and zone off, so it has to grab their attention. Our next user story is a parent. They want an educational game that is also fun, so their children can learn and have a good time. They want it to be educational to help their children learn about the environment to better their future, but they also need the fun engagement, like the students, to keep them playing.
Man, this really makes me want to step outside my own house.
I just stepped outside my house.
Did you really forget about the quarantine?
Oh yeah, it's amazing how Operation EGGO is able to help me become more educated on the environment from my own home. At the same time, igniting my desire to actually go outside.
You really should get back inside.
It really shows you how masterfully this game was developed in order to create a great balance between education and fun.
And Operation EGGO's future is nothing but bright.
However, there have been a few hurdles that EGGO has had to overcome in order to make it the game that it is today. For example, it is created on Unity 3D. Unity 3D is wonderful gaming that can be helped for many young developers to help create their own software, their own games. However, anything that cannot support Unity 3D is unfortunately not going to be able to run the game, or isn't going to be able to run it at its full capacity. Also, it is only going to be running on PC and VR, which is fine. A lot of gamers own PCs and VR equipment. However, any console gamers or people who don't use PCs or don't own a PC will be unable to play this game altogether. Also, another issue is that we found is that the maps, although we want our maps to be as expanding as possible, we have to limit them and optimize them to the point where they're actually a lot more smaller scale due to the limitations in Unity 3D. Another issue we've had is that PCs, although we haven't really had the opportunity to test it fully because we don't have the resources to do so. We don't have the best VR equipment to test this game in its full capacity in virtual reality or on a PC, so we don't know exactly how well it will run in the field. Alright, so the game itself interacts with an OSI model, and through the application layer, the client will be able to access the game using the user interface. Since the game is still currently in an offline phase, data protection, anything involving security, whatnot, is still not technically in scope for our project. The database will be running on SQLite, so that way we can create and manage the database easily without having to mess with too much and make it kind of a flawless transition as we add more content to the game. The first 4 layers of the model, transport, data link, network, and physical, will all deal with how things move around in the game, the structure of the game itself, and then the presentation and session layers will deal with the actual game itself and how it runs and functions. As for the test plan for the game Operation EGGO, we will first start with by testing user interface, controls, and the map all separately. However, later on we will do performance testing to make sure that everything runs smoothly. We'll also do systems testing to make sure that everything works together as a whole, and we'll also do user testing so that way we can let users run around and mess with our game, see what they can do with it. Every test that has gone through our game successfully without any bugs or glitches will be counted as a successful test. We won't do any unnecessary testing like regression testing or smoke testing because those are out of scope for our project. We'll test it to make sure that it works for VR and without VR, so that way it can be compatible both ways like the project is intended to do so.
So what's the future of EGGO? With the help of you and your money, we can make EGGO the next big thing. I just crunched the numbers and we need exactly $10,000. No more, no less. The first thing we'll do with that $10,000 is buy a VR headset because none of us own one. We will also use the money to buy better hardware to further develop our product. We will also spend money on marketing and forming a team who will help us develop our product more efficiently. We ask for your money humbly. We're not trying to beg, oh. Thanks for listening to our pitch. All of us from Operation EGGO.